Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Sade. Thank y'all for joining me back on my channel, Hidden Alchemy by Sade. And if it is your first time here, welcome. I am an astrologer as well as a yoga meditation teacher and just digital content creator, focusing on inspiring and encouraging people through physical and spiritual well being to be more confident and have better self esteem. So, if it's your first time, welcome to my channel. If not, welcome back. I have tons and tons of videos, so go ahead and check them out. If anything seems confusing or that you might not have some knowledge about, always feel free to reach out to me. I leave my website and my other contact information down in the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Today we are focusing on the Aquarius new moon that we have happening on February 9th. However, as I usually say in all of my videos, just because a moon or a planet is stationing on a specific day at a specific time does not necessarily mean that you're going to feel the energy that day. You can feel it days to weeks prior, as well as days to weeks after. So if you have not seen any video on what the new moon and what the full moon is, as well as what the archetype of Aquarius is in astrology, go ahead and check some of my videos out so that you have a better understanding before diving into this video. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get started. So we have a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. Now, first of all, we don't just have a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. We have 6 other aspects to the sign of Aquarius. And those aspects are going to be the sun and the moon in Aquarius, as well as Pluto that stationed into Aquarius last month. We also have Mercury, we have Venus, and we have Mars, all going to be vibrating with this Pluto and Aquarius energy. So Pluto is at Aquarius 0 degrees right now, 0 to 1 degrees. So any planet that is moving into the sign of Aquarius is going to meet up with this Pluto and Aquarius energy. And when you're dealing with the moon, so with the new moon, it's when the sun and the moon are in the same sign. And it's an opportunity to set intention and to really plant those seeds of what you want to see sprout and come about in the new moon set season. And then when we have a full moon, you'll start to see a culmination of the seeds that you've planted, either from the previous new moon cycle, from maybe Capricorn new moon, or from the Aquarius new moon cycle as well. So we have the moon in the sign of Aquarius. And what the Aquarian energy really means is just eclectic, intellectual, bright, genius type of ideas. Aquarius is a masculine sign in nature, and it's ruled by Saturn, Saturn being the planet of restrictions, of boundaries, as well as duties and responsibilities for keeping things secure, keeping things stable. Now, the modern ruler of Aquarius is also Uranus, and Uranus right now is in the sign of Taurus, which is going to be squaring all of this Aquarius energy. And I'm going to dive deeper into that in this video. But Uranus is the modern day ruler of Aquarius, and Uranus really takes all of that Saturnian energy of building and duties and infrastructure to keep things stable, and it gears it more towards the future. Uranus is all about what are we going to need in the future that we might not be consciously aware about now, and how can we start to take those steps by ideas that may come to mind and really start to take those steps to build something for a new future that can be stable, because Aquarius is fixed in nature. Now, we have Mercury also meeting the moon in the sign of Aquarius. Mercury went into the sign of Aquarius on Monday around the 5th, 4th or 5th, depending on where you are in the world. And the moon is going to be stationing on the 9th. Now, let's start with Mercury. Mercury being in the sign of Aquarius, this is going to bring a lot of mental stimulation. Mercury loves to be in the sign of Aquarius because Aquarius rules the intellect, it rules ideas, it rules knowledge, right? And it rules focus. Aquarius being fixed in nature, these folks can be very stubborn in the way that they see how something should be or how they want something to be. So Mercury in Aquarius is going to bring a little bit of stubbornness because it is with this Pluto energy in Aquarius. And if you have not seen my video on Pluto and Aquarius, go ahead and check that out. I won't dive into too deep detail of Pluto and Aquarius. But when you have Mercury and Pluto together in the sign of Aquarius, it can be intense research. It can be obsessiveness, right? Because Pluto is that planet of obsession, of secrecy, right? As well as uncovering things that are not available to the surface. And you put Mercury with this type of energy, and it's going to bring deep levels of strategy, deep levels of focusing, of seeing an idea and thinking, okay, how can I plan this out? How can I map this out? And also having very detailed, intimate, and serious conversations with people. Now, when we're dealing with Aquarius energy, Aquarius can be very, very black or white, right? They're definitely not water. They're the water bearer, but they're not water energy. So communication right now with Mercury and Aquarius is going to be very factual, very logical, and with it aspecting Pluto is going to be very strategic, a little intense, and very honest. So you have Mercury in the sign of Aquarius, Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, and then now we have the moon aspecting all of this energy. And the moon is what you need internally to feel safe. So with the moon being in Aquarius, this is really going to bring this energy of new ideas, new ways of expanding, new ways of being an individual in this world. Aquarius is all about the collective, yes, finding your tribe, but finding your tribe by being the individual that you are and not always feeling like you need to go with the group in order to be accepted. So, with this new moon energy, really expect there to be a pulling and a pushing of who am I and who have I been hiding from the world, and how can I be my most authentic self? Now, because Pluto is aspecting this moon, it's definitely going to bring that energy of what has been hidden from the world, what has been hidden from the surface, and how can I still continue to be a part of community and be a part of this world, but how can I make it my own? How can I arrive in my own essence and my own energy? Aquarius really likes to be seen for their unique ideas and unique ways of viewing. And because moon energy is what we need internally to feel safe, this new moon can really be a time of, if you have not been moving in your most authentic truth, if you have been hiding certain pieces of information, right? If you have been strategizing, this can be a time of revealing these things publicly, and understand that with all of this Aquarius energy, it might not be accepted well, but it doesn't matter. As long as it's who you are and who you want to be moving forward, you have that right to really step into that energy and that essence. Now, following this new moon, we have Venus and Mars entering into the sign of Aquarius. And whenever we're dealing with Venus and Mars, we're dealing with people, right? We're dealing with the I, my willpower, my energy, my leadership, my independence. And then you're dealing with Venus, the we, right? How am I in my groups? How am I in relation to people, places, and things? With this energy being in Aquarius, this is a really good energy of detachment, right? But also mental power. Aquarius rules the mind. And when you have Mars with this energy and you have the moon, it's like, okay, this is what I need internally. This is what I want internally to feel safe and seen in this world. And then right after the moon, you have Mars and Venus. You're going to feel this push of acting in those new ways for yourself and initiating new ways of being in relation with people that allows you to be in community, allows you to connect, but also have that level of detachment. That's one thing I really love about Aquarius energy is this level of, yes, I want to be a part of the group, but I know how to detach as well and understand that my mind is my mind and your mind is your mind, and we can come together and we can disperse and we can still be in relation. So lots of Aquarian energy right now. What I do see being very challenging about this new moon is because Aquarius is a fixed sign, okay? Whenever we're dealing with fixed energy, the definition of fixed energy is in the word. This type of energy doesn't really like to change. But because we have Pluto in Aquarius and we have Venus and we have Mars and we have Mercury, it is asking us to change into something that we've always been, but we have just been hiding, and either from ourselves or from others. So with all of this Aquarius energy, the challenge is going to be the square that it will have to Uranus in Taurus as well as Jupiter in Taurus. Now, the square to Jupiter isn't a bad thing because whenever you're dealing with Jupiter, there's lots of luck. But a square means that there's tension and you have to find a new way of handling a situation in your life. And because we're dealing with air and earth, implementing some fire could really help, right? So leaning in to that Leo energy. Leo is the opposite of Aquarius. We have so much energy in Aquarius. Leaning into your fire side of Leo, right, could really help you to ignite some of these ideas and to also let yourself be seen. We know that Leos love to shine, love to be seen for how they move from their heart and how they move from an authentic place because they're moving from their heart. Really let this duality of Aquarius help you to deal with this square between Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus and all of these energies in the sign of Aquarius. Now, what I also see being a challenge with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, squaring all of this Aquarius energy, Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius, right? So if there's somewhere in your life where you have not been changing, where you have been avoiding the change, avoiding the conversation, avoiding the change in a relationship, right? And a way that I see this is because Taurus rules how we obtain money, right? If you've been holding on to a job, let's say that you know you don't want to be at anymore, you're tired of that job, but you like the security, right? Fixed signs, you like the security that that job brings you. This square to all this Aquarius energy can easily, that job can be removed out of nowhere because Uranus is the planet of things happening at the blink of an eye, but it's really to put you on the right path because you wouldn't have done it on your own. So this square is showing if there's anywhere in your life where you have been inauthentic, where you have been lying to yourself or lying to others, this square is going to bring a situation to your table that is going to force you to have to make the change. And again, moving from a little bit of fire can help to bring that energy. Fire is the energy of the spirit, of action, of movement, so that you can really just get things going in the direction that is best for yourself. Now, another great aspect about this new moon is we have Chiron in the sign of Aries. It's been in Aries for some time. And we have the collective north node also in the sign of Aries. And what that says for me, Chiron and Aries are both going to be about 2 degrees apart from each other and close enough in degree with this new moon. The new moon is going to be 20 degrees of Aquarius. Chiron and the north node are about 16 and 18 degrees. So it's close enough, but not too intense. But Aries and Aquarius together make a sextile. And what I see about this energy is wherever you have been ashamed in your life of where you don't show up to lead or where you might not have courage or where you might not have security or personal power. Those are things of Aries: leadership, courage, security, personal power. Wherever you've been feeling that way in your life, Chiron and the North Node coming together and then aspecting this Aquarius energy is giving you the opportunity to say, I've been the black sheep in the family. I've been the black sheep amongst my community. Now it's time for me to take whatever wound that I might have mentally created about myself and use that as my power, use that as my strength. And by me stepping into that light, I can really show up as a leader in these other areas where I once thought that I was maybe a weirdo or unaccepted or unloved. So I see so much positive aspects with this new moon. However, because it is Aquarius energy and we're dealing with Aquarius and Taurus, 2 very fixed signs, I can also see there being a lot of resistance and there needing to be a situation placed in front of you that forces you to have to adapt, adjust, and change. However, all in all, some tips that I would give: stay open, journal. This might be a really important time where you meet random people that are really here to guide you and push you on that path. Remember, it's aspecting the North Node. So pay attention to the people that you meet, Venus. Pay attention to the conversations that you're having, Mercury, and really pay attention to that deep inner knowing of this is really who I am and this is how I would like to show up in the world moving forward, and use that North Node and Chiron energy to really help to push you on that path even further. All right, everyone. If you would like to know how this new moon will be affecting you personally in your chart, my books are open for readings. Head over to my website, which I will leave the description in the box below, and we can go ahead and schedule a call for you. And if not, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know how this moon energy, or how this Aquarius energy in general, has been affecting you and has been moving you forward. And I will see you all for my next video.